Hi, this is Castello di Borghese, and we're going to talk a little bit today about food and wine pairing. What we're focusing on today actually is chocolate. We have the Peconic Bakery here with a couple of their wonderful chocolate desserts, and we are focusing on our Pinot Noir Reserve, our Merlot Reserve, and our Estate Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm thinking that the Cabernet Sauvignon is going perfectly with the chocolate that's kind of molten, moussey in the middle, and it's a wonderful, rich taste, and it's just totally enhanced by the Cabernet Sauvignon. These wines I chose in particular because it's what you would typically end up after a wine pairing dinner. You generally end up with your red wines and more of your full-bodied red reserves. So that's why I picked the Pinot Noir, which is our signature wine here at Castello di Borghese. Our Merlot, which is drinking particularly well, the Merlot Reserve this year, and the Cabernet Sauvignon. We also have another lovely wine that could also go with desserts, but often people don't want to go to a dessert wine. Our dessert wine is our Allegra, named after our daughter, Allegra, when she turned 16, sweet 16, and that was the first year that we did our Allegra wine. So this is the fourth year. It's actually made out of Chardonnay. Since our focus is on chocolate and wine today, we've discussed this a little bit, but the other thing I wanted to mention to you was our cookbook, The Great Taste of Long Island, which I did with AHRC a few years ago, and it is a great cookbook featuring the specialties of Long Island recipes paired with Castello di Borghese wines. Every wine, every page has a recipe telling you exactly how to make the dish, and at the bottom of it there is a little wine note from me telling you could go in either this direction or that direction depending on the recipe. And some recipes you can really go and do either a red or a white, or you can go with several different wines. So this is a really wonderful book. It benefits AHRC. It's available online or in the tasting room. I do a regular book signing of this book once a month. Two of the signature wines of the vineyard are the Sauvignon Blanc, the Founder's Field, and that's our reserve level of our Sauvignon Blanc. Those are made from the oldest grapes on Long Island, planted in 1973. And our signature red is our Pinot Noir, which is about 11 years old, the vines, and we have had great acclaim for our Pinot Noir. Both wines have an estate level and a reserve level, the reserve being a little bit more full-bodied than the estate. So look for those wines in your tastings, the estate, the Sauvignon Blanc or the Pinot Noir. We do a large variety of wine. We really have things, Riesling, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc. We do our several different levels of Chardonnay. We also do multiple levels of Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Pinot Noir, and Cabernet Sauvignon. We also do 2 Bordeaux blends, the Meritage, which is a great wine that's had great acclaim this year, and our Borghese Private Reserve, which is, you can have a tendency to taste that more in the summer. Sometimes that's opened. And of course the Allegra, which I mentioned before, and then we have some easy table wines that are great for big backyard parties when you have your whole family over or lots of friends. One of the best things to pair with Pinot Noir is, of course, Long Island duck. It's just a natural. It's a really beautiful mouth combination. And one of the things you really want to think about when you're actually pairing wines is think about the sauce as opposed to the specific food, or think about the weight of the sauce. Is the sauce kind of a more clear, lighter, more delicate sauce? Well, then go with something that's a lighter, easier wine. If something's much more hearty, it has a lot, perhaps vegetable stock in it, and it's a much meatier type of sauce, then go with something that's got a little bit more tannins. Go with a bigger red wine, something that's a little heavier, that can really kind of cut through that fullness of the food, the fullness of the sauce actually, because if the sauce is big, the food is probably big. If the sauce is very delicate, then the food is delicate, and you need a delicate wine so that the wine doesn't overstep its bounds and kind of make the food not shine as well. So that's my pairing tip for the day. Excellent. For those of you who don't know what the term Brix is, I advise you to come join us at the vineyard. Actually, we have a wonderful dog named Brix, and he accompanies me on my winemaker's walks frequently. Brix, it's a term you need to come to the vineyard to find out. I won't give you the little mystery away here. So we'll see you there at the vineyard, and have a great summer.